but that's one way to do it.
Well, Avova, we've seen him in this position many a time. Back of sight, looking to fight back, and Hoodie, well, I was going to say helping him out, but realistically, it's all Avova. He's going to ace it in the first round. He had some crazy clutch plays coming out of the last map, some ridiculous. That's at least something. A little bit of extra cash. Any more kills from here would be a pretty decent win for YONK in this sort of round.
I'm going to run this clock down quite a bit before pushing back in. G2, okay, slow and steady wins the race in this case. Just down the Nile. Oh, the 145, man. Look how low so many of these G2 players are.
So Yassine's going to try and use this timing to grant him a kill. Now, he's been spotted, so this will actually split the defense a little bit. Now, he loses the battle versus Nuclear. So that's a rifle, and they're now running back. They're trying to get into the site, thinking it was a little bit more clear than it was, and Nuclear's still standing here. If he could drop the spike, he might just win the round. The timing's going to be just a little bit close, but they'll get it down. And what Avova's done so much, it's now left on to Bonker to try and clutch this out in a 1 versus 2. Both players with slightly weaker weaponry. He's positioned himself well. And Bonker is going to come up with a 4K. A first round for YONK, but damn was it close.
Yeah, G2 are taking their time avoiding some of this utility. Aware they're giving up map control, but it's the nasty little angles as they look to catch them off. Another peek from Nukia. This is a bit of a risk now, but he's caught Yassine. Completely unaware. Machina going to try his best to trade back. Look at this. Meadow was there to trade either way. There was absolutely no possibility for YONK to get away with more than 1 kill before being traded out.
But also just farm up some ultimates. Like for Kellogg, he can afford to sort of hunt these eco frags down. Just get in the faces of his opponent, because he's only going to get himself closer to that Blade Storm. And sure, giving them a rifle, that's where the risk really lies. And actually, Nile has just found another with the headshot to Nuke. Hoodie is now getting low. Okay, this started off as just almost farming up some eco frags, and it's turned into a round.
Might just be able to get some decent timing now in the corner, but they're going to be ready for that. Too much time has passed. Hoodie's going to be cautious as he makes his way back out. The Aftershock, they're now out of position, and Bonker is dealt with so quickly. That was clean by Avova. Now they're starting to get worried. They've got to focus their play in towards A, but that's where G2 are just waiting for them, begging them to take a step forward. Here's the flash from Hoodie. They're all blind, but Krigon saves the day. Meadow's only good for 1. It's a disaster. G2 had complete control over that. They read the rotates, but they still weren't able to get any value. YONK even come out ahead with a 4v2. Kellogg's was asleep at the wheel, and now G2.
No.
Oh, God, they're down and out of this one. They've even committed their Cosmic Divine.
Oh, that might be the whiff of the century. I don't think I've seen anyone whip that out in a while, but hey, he goes to the quick scope, it doesn't work, and well, YONK are now going to take a round from it.
Using the nade in towards Garage, that should slow them and deal some damage. No longer stunned up. Yassine is now on the site, a man behind enemy lines, but spotted still. The rest of the team now just playing on long. A light flank coming through. Bonker is going to try to make something happen there. Shock dart primed and ready. Machine is going to let it loose. This is what they're playing for. G2 trying to run that clock down. Tap the spike, bring them into the open. Get as many advantages as they can there, and that smoke went away at just the wrong moment. Kellogg's is patiently waiting for this play to come through. Bonker the last alive, but it's a 1v1. Halfway defused, Meadow will be caught, and Bonker saves the day. YONK, an unlikely hero, but he steps it up.
Oh, they're trying to bait out Kellogg's shot. He's still fighting this, and he's going to win it as well. That's the thing. Not running away from any sort of fight. Avova's going to spot the dart on the C site as well, and the rest of the team are a little bit far behind. Machina's almost trying to take this one alone, and well, I'll ignore everything else that was said. Still though, they've got this into an afterplant again. Now, for G2, it shouldn't be too much of a worry to get this back. Nile, though! Oh, he's actually managed to find 3! He's turned this into a 1v1 scenario, and he even has the information. Meadow wrapping round towards the spike. He knows exactly where he is. This is a chance for him to win a 1 versus 4 clutch. Spots his opponent, just wasting that time. What a clutch out from Nile. YONK back on the board. because there's nobody actually on the site. The drone's going to give that information away, and they'll be able to clear almost everything. Of course, Kellogg's tries to make a last-ditch effort to find something here. He's actually going to go pushing through. The stun doesn't get much. Kellogg's is going to get caught by the need, but he will just about survive.
Ooh, that was almost from the grave there. Martyrdom coming out. Nuki is already good for the first. Rolling Thunder, though, a big concern. Bonker is just going to tank it. He gets hit up. They see him. They take it down so quickly. Bonker just got completely wrecked by his teammates Rolling Thunder. They just saw him and were like, oh, that's...
If it ends 6-6, I don't think there's going to be the team that's too disappointed with that. Maybe G2 just because of the start. Yassine! He just got dashing in! He got stunned up as he went, and now Hoodie's stunned as well. He's going to use the Rolling Thunder. I don't think it matters. Kriagon's traded back an explosive start to the round. Risky again, but it works because of the Rolling Thunder. He gets caught pulling the knives out, though, in the open for Kellogg's.
Instead, tries to make the play, gets kicked at the wrong moment.
Oh,
Another piece of unfortunate timing with Avova getting caught. YONK are getting an opportunity to fight back into this one. Bonker left alone now in the 1v1. 45 seconds on the clock. He's going to get that plant in. Less than half a second to spare, and he's coming back around!
Oh!
The big brain clutcher of this team. 6-6 at the half, and it's Bonker you can thank for most of those rounds. Everybody's low now, even Machina tagged up. It's got to be Bonker to do some heavy lifting, and they can't get in. They just can't. They're kept back by utility. Machina gets Kellogg's, though. Maybe this is going to spur them on. With Bonker falling, I think their hope is pretty low.
Last player standing.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit rough now. Nile at least puts another death on the scoreboard for one of the G2 players, and definitely looking crispy in terms of individual ability, but they know that they've got a nice little shorty waiting on the other side. And Avova, well, I think he's about to maybe farm up a kill or two. They're going to try and force him into this corner, but by the time they actually get there, the stun won't really be playing a part. At least one for their troubles, but ultimately a decently clean round coming out from G2.
It's a good thing, too, because they need that guy to just run in there, get them that extra little bit of information. The grab wall is actually going to stop them! It's won the round!
Thrifty.
That's incredible!
No way. And guess who it was? Guess who it was? His bloody Bonker again!
Good luck with those weapons in particular.
All right. Okay.
Way to go.
Wins that. He's actually gone for the showstopper. They're going for this. And he's going with the Bucky. No way. No shot. They win this one. No shot. No way.
I mean, look, sometimes life just hands you an L and you've got to take it. And that's where we're at right now. Oh, Meadow just learned that lesson the hard way. Bonker is going out for more. But Avova's shut him down. So much damage done. The side is theirs. G2 are back in the lead, but Kriagon's going to make a play. There's Avova down, and it's transfer as well. That is beautiful to spike down, and G2, they had this round. They thought it was theirs, but it has been stolen back.
A little bit stuck in the mud, but doesn't connect. Not going to be able to get the second shot on that kill. Used the drone afterwards, and well, half the time just trying to avoid the aftershock. They're going to get caught in a grab well. Lots of utility being used, but none of it really being capitalized on. And Kellogg's already finding another kill. This is starting to fall apart for YONK. So that if anybody was going to watch for them on the way out, they can just run. It's smart. Like, if they'd exited this way, they would have seen the smoke and just either run through it to go for the kill.
Kriagon, sure, he can be here. Rolling Thunder goes out. It's all a big distraction. Machine is able to completely blindside them. Gorgeous work. That triple setup working exactly as intended. 10 seconds left, but they might just be able to get this spike planted. Yassine running in at the last second, and he is caught. 12-9, we go. So I just said those words out loud. Big blow to the YONK side. This Bonker goes down, and so does Machine in there. That flank containment that they had, that has completely ruined the day. As soon as they've lost that, G2 know they don't need to rush. They know that YONK no longer has a defensive line. They are trying to reassemble it as we speak, and a lot of those players are coming towards the C site. G2 still haven't decided whether they're even going to bother rotating or not. They're kind of boxed in a little bit at this stage. Good control for YONK, but it's still so hard. Like the Spectre versus 1vx rifles, you're dead every time. You see?
Oh, he's going to try and sneak it. There's actually a little gap. Meadow will catch him. And now it's left all onto Kriegon. 1v4. It's not going to be happening. It will be G2 eventually to close things out. The clutch craziness coming out from YONK wasn't quite enough to take the map over the line. And it will be G2 to go in with an advantage.
Forward dashes after an upshot that you've seen. If he's willing to stop doing it. So we'll find out. As we go out through this game. I see a couple maps and he's got the hang of it, then fair enough. But for the time being, not a big fan of Yassine's Jet, but a big fan of Yassine as he's already taken the first. Hoodie gonna be dropped, but it's traded out for the map control because we end up in a 3v3 with a spike climb for G2.
Not a bad scenario for either side. Turret going to be utilized to try and catch some of the players if they peek. Dart actually doesn't scan a lot of them by the looks of things, so it's almost ended up as a bit of a burden on the opposing side. Now it's left onto Nile. This man has got them very low. The two players over by the generator, just a bullet away, but trying to get the player underneath might be a bit more difficult. Ends up just shooting the floor for a little bit. But hey, he took him over with him. It's going to be another pistol on the board. 3 for 3 in pistol rounds.
All right, kill!
Oh, what? Okay, well that came out of absolutely nowhere.
Thank you, Colin.
A double headshot. See you later. Oh,
Deploying drone.
he deserves a gun buddy for that one.
Oh, 4 versus 3. G2 wanting to get this plant in on Nuke. Yep. Won't be close enough to get that ulti up just yet, but this is a fantastic start to the round already for G2. Look at this. Walking all over them. The flash from Kriegon is good. Some good damage done. Almost taking Hoodie down, but there's 2 players there spraying away.
Omar, after losing a bye, they're now going to be in a pretty awkward position. Nile, wow, he's hoping to try and catch them as they leave the site instead. Again, just patient from G2. They're waiting for someone to make a mistake. Nile is actually going fighting with a Marshall. Not the most common thing to see from a Killjoy, but hey, it's a round that they're playing with just pistols, snipers.
Revealing area.
What? It's not like
watching the
Twitter
Gremlins
DMs went
movie,
completely
man.
wrong last time.
You can see everything going wrong, and you shout, "No, don't feed them! It's after midnight!" But it doesn't help. They keep doing it.
Last player standing.
Nice attempt to at least make it costly, but G2 are just getting out of these way too easily. You know, Tom, I'm happy to chill, but I don't think we need to exclamation mark claim the chat.
Oh, nice start though in this
G2.
round. It's YONK looking to try and get themselves
Enemy remaining.
finally onto the board, and you've seen, okay, popping off at least a little bit. UK can't do anything this time, and that's a great way for YONK to break back. It's more important that they get onto the board with a clean amount of numbers, just so they can fight.
You've taken my chat, you've taken my gun buddies, you've taken my Kellogg's. It's been dropped right away. Nile going to try his best around the gate. Avova, where was the info?
No
How has
way.
Nile gotten 2? He'd been spotted and no one was even looking at him. It's on a different plane of existence. A deep flash, if ever I've seen one, from Kriegon. And they get the kill, a return for it, a blind Hunter's Fury. It lands nothing. Oh, this is a desperate round. Nile, he snuck up into wine. Oh, he's gonna ruin their day, and a 3K he gets for it. What a disgusting round from this Killjoy. I cannot explain how he's gotten away with that. Ryutel have got everything to stop these players from pushing through. The rotates then come in. That's why they were so relaxed with those initial rotates being so slow. But G2 still come out on top. A res is coming in. And Yassine connects a shot that was much needed.
Okay.
Time is of the essence. But Kellogg's is in for the double. Yassine is already on 4. Got the blade storm. But he can't get it out. And Ace is not enough. Not this time! More kills here than the last goddamn map! Yassine was on fire! And Tom, you asked about his jet. Well, you know what? This is feeling like the Valorant of old. What was that shot? Kyedae running and gunning. And he's hitting the shots as well. Now up close, providing support. They thought they'd pincered the op, that they got the kill up close. But no, they have not. There was still some support, and although he falls, it's Hoodie in a 1 versus 4. The ace clutch needed. And there's not a chance. I don't know why we've ended up here.
I've seen that before, but it's a good one. And someone said, and drop me a gun buddy at the end.
He's dashed directly backwards. He's paid the price. Meadow, you sneaky boy. He's even got him in the drone. Don't knife him, Meadow. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Meadow. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm so happy he shot him. Oh,
this round is looking winnable. It never should have even been close. Kellogg's has now got his second kill and finds a rifle. And now Kyedae's gone as well. Again, it's these rounds that come out and just quickly disappear. A huge 4K out from Kellogg's. He started that with a pistol and ends with a rifle and a 4K. Is firstly, if Meadow does peek, he's got to win that duel. But more importantly, an escape back here should be a...
Oh my God.
What just happened?
How is that a fight? And he's died to this shock dart as if...
Okay, so
that was
Kellogg's
a self-contained anime. Right? I think so. It had to be. Oh my God.
That was crispy. This guy is nuts. Oh, keep the coffee passes coming. I'm enjoying them.
Or don't. You know, it's up to you. Oh, that's a good Hunter's Fury coming through, but he's protecting himself. Good damage. But he'll fall in the end. G2. Man advantage. Time on their side, but Meadow's asleep at the wheel. Good trade from Hoodie. Just in time. And now, provided no one unplugs their mouse again, this should be nice and easy. 2 versus 1. Plenty of time. Astra in play. There's still a star. Look at that. Gravwell can come through.
Out of charges.
That's going to delay even longer. Look at this. The stun into the peak. The shot's not connected. It's done. Sadly, unwinnable at that point. But 7-4. G2 looks set to close this one out convincingly.
Last round in the half.
1:10 on the clock. G2 gearing up for this A push. They've got to be careful of their back. Those up shots. Oh my God, Kellogg's. He just keeps going, and Yassine takes him down. A backup shorty coming in to save the day. Quick trades found, and Nukia opens up A completely. Plant can now be found nice and easily. Last round of the half, so it won't play towards the ultimate here for Hoodie. There's a flank coming in. They should be aware of it.
Yeah, they should. They definitely will now, because he's thrown in the smoke. Wants to try and clear out the angle, so there's definitely information available. And Nukia is not messing about. Just wide swings Yassine. Had to get rid of the dart, not wanting to give Machina any chance. He doesn't know where that second player is. Knows there's one underneath, but Meadow on the cross. He misses! There's a real chance now! Into the 1v1, timer ticking, and Hoodie is going to make sure that this round is cemented for... Right, we're into the pistol round. It's really hard to move on from that. Kellogg's, though, still going crazy with the pistol. I'm plowing on, Mitch! I'm plowing on! He's got himself a couple of kills. And YONK... Oh... YONK are trying to fight back in, Mitch. They're really trying.
Oh, they really are. They're trying to hold it together, Tom, aren't they? And I mean, some would say they're doing a great job. Others might be more critical, but you know, at the end of the day, we're all here to have fun. And Kellogg's is going to do it in this round. Oh, look at that shot. Whew, that was good. Well, let's get back to reality. G2, 9-4 up, and a lot of danger here, but Evolva just deals with it by himself. Gets a little overeager. Brings it back into a 3 versus 2. Winnable for YONK for sure. Oh, all right, nice shot. Okay. All right, well, that's enough of that. Not winnable at all. 10-4, we go.
Mitch man has a million gun buddies that I would claim one. A map earlier, which definitely blew us away. Going close versus YONK, and Yassine But he's not done just yet. An early kill onto keloqz, shutting him down. Of course, this is still a bonus round for G2, and these shock darts, you see, trying his best to dodge them. In fact, he'll jump back over, and this comes a little bit closer. Machina turning it back, but again, it goes into a 2 versus 2.
This is his moment to step it up. Oh my god, what's happening here? Nila is just running around, distracting. Bonkar's the one to follow up and take the duels, take the fights, and win it for YONK, keeping them alive in this one. And
from the side of YONK, and now they're going to try to execute it to the side. They've got to be careful, though. There's still a man that they might not have accounted for just yet. UK, but you see, just runs through. 10 HP, instant headshot. Machina as well is going to decapitate Meadow. And while G2 have fallen apart in this round, a single kill for keloqz, and surely he's going to save. Oh, he's battling. All right.
Trying to knife someone? You literally just run the clock down at this point. Jump into the spike, those players will spawn. Oh, it's close. Korea gone down to 70. Shock darts coming through, but they can't get him. The other players are rotated in, though. There it is.
Okay.
Last player standing.
Don't think there'll be much more of it. And yeah, Hoodie's just waiting to die to the spike while everybody's brawling.
Machine is nice and safe there, even as an alarm bot to protect him.
You
So
should run.
solid post plans for them, but they might even want to use it once these players start to push in. It's going to be kind of tough with so many players down below. The lockdown in effect right now. There it is. The Hunter's Fury popped early, and it gets the value. It drops a Vova. Bonkar down below. Leaves it onto Machina.
Revealing area.
Arrow already through. He's not going to spot anyone with it. They could be defusing. He's got to go now. Conscious of them being up close. Oh, it's going to fade, but not in time. keloqz even the cherry on top to get the kill. It's 11-7.
Now, the Nebula will at least give them a little bit of extra space. They're going to try and pull them into the corner. Meadow is ready and waiting, but nobody really gets caught. The shot, though, just lands straight onto the face of Yassine. The trade will come back. So leaving them in a close scenario. The door not going to be allowed to be closed. And Meadow just still fighting within this corner. I'm not sure how he's still alive, but he's doing damage. And he's got Nuke at his back. Machina the only one left, and he gets nothing. Nuke puts 12. It is up to G2 now. 12-7. One more round, and they make it into the close qualifier.
Have money.
Phantom in his hands, sure, but you're going to have to be unbelievable. The utility even going to be cut out there. The no command coming through. Already Yassine dropped, though. Meadow holding his ground. They'll expect him to fall back to sight, but he is standing strong. Machina! I don't know how he's connected that. But either way, G2, sure, they've got a man advantage, but they've got a retake.
Yeah, they've still got an awful lot to do to find any space back into this. The null command, I think it's maybe just gone offline, so it's not going to play a part in this anymore, but there's still a little bit of utility available for them to try and slow them down. A fragment might just be enough to try and stop the push, but the peek back in from keloqz, he's just ended it on his own. 2 kills for him, 1 for a Vova, and that is it. G2 will be making it through into the close qualifier. They're back to where they started just a week ago with a slightly different roster, and unfortunately that is the end of YONK, at least for now.